Today, our session, our webinar, is on why live training still wins, accelerating, accelerating adoption in the age of AI copilots, and this is being presented by Shailaja Mantripagada. I hope I pronounced that right. Please let me know if I got it wrong. So Shailaja is a Microsoft certified trainer. She's also founder and CEO of Low Code Power. That's her company, and she is a Power Platform specialist. And with that, I'll hand it over to Shailaja so she can get this presentation going. Thanks, Shailaja.
Thank you, Barry. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's session, and I'm excited to discuss and share insights on this topic today. It is one of the questions that everybody has in today's world. Why live training still wins? Do we need trainers? In this overwhelming abundance of information that we have today, with the advent of generative AI, can AI help in its own adoption? That's the elephant in the room that we are trying to address. So my name is Shailaja Mantripagada, and a little bit about me. I am a Microsoft certified trainer. I run the company called Low Code Power. We help enterprises, small, medium, and large, with enterprise implementations. I'm a governance enthusiast and a Power Platform specialist. So the goal is to help organizations with governance and adoption with low code and AI adoption. I'm a speaker. I am a blogger. I blog at lowcodepower.com. And I love to mentor employees and teams and organizations on career coaching. So let's get started. Let's see where we were 2 years ago, right? Until ChatGPT launched, we were in a different era. In November 2022, ChatGPT launched, and it transformed the way we work, the way we think. It has been the most adopted and the fastest adopted tool or technology in years. Today, Copilot is integrated across M365. We have Copilot in Outlook, in PowerPoint. Everything is now, the possibilities are endless, and everything can now be done at speed. Power Platform has AI builders. We have something called Copilot Studio, where we can build Copilot Studio agents that can integrate with enterprise technology. Every citizen developer, meaning every business user that has a pain point in mind, is now able to build with AI capabilities. The barrier to building has essentially disappeared. Doesn't this sound exciting? We all know what we're talking about here. It's nothing new that I'm telling you. It is exciting, but it is also terrifying. So terrifying, why, is the question we're trying to handle. So the question is, do we still need trainers? Do we need human intervention, the human element? The spoiler alert answer is an absolute yes. So we don't just need trainers, we need expert, responsible trainers who bring in governance first thinking to AI adoption. So what we are talking is, think about regulated industries. It is not just, the idea of, implement fast, fail fast is a recipe to failure or recipe to disaster and fines in a regulated industry. The goal is to do it right the first time. Bring governance thinking to AI adoption. We need experts. So whenever I say trainers in this presentation, I want you to remember that we're not just talking about certified trainers or people who have trainer in their title. The goal is to help anybody who wants to help with AI adoption, so any adoption specialists, and see what's the best way to go to help AI adoption in a way that is human centered. So we need trainers who are able to handhold knowledge workers to transformation. The goal is to enable innovation responsibly while keeping humans at center. That's the goal of today's AI adoption concept that I'm trying to bring in. So let's first honestly, address what AI can do brilliantly, right? So AI can answer, it has instant answers to any technical questions. We have a myriad of technologies around the globe right now. AI can answer anything that you ask. It can generate code, it can help with debugging, it can create content for you at scale, pattern recognition across massive data sets. So that's something AI can do efficiently and effectively that humans take time. It is also available 24/7. It can personalize pacing and deliver results to you at your pace when you ask for it. These are some things AI does brilliantly, right? Now let's see what AI cannot do. So when we think of a pre-recorded AI-based training session, AI doesn't know how to read the room. It cannot sense fear, the confusion of the students in the room, the people who are trying to learn. It cannot read resistance. It cannot give you the psychological safety that a human can provide and the genuine trust that a human can, give you. And AI does not, you can provide context to AI. You can say, um, you can give it a bunch of sentences, but it cannot understand the organizational politics and the tension that's going through in an organization. It cannot. So, what human experts are capable is human experts mean that they're coming from learnings from thousands or hundreds of use cases that they've seen over the years. And they come with wisdom that only humans can come with. So you can feed AI with any amount of information, but there are some nuances that only a human can feel, right? And you can also, AI cannot make learners feel truly seen and ensure, reinforce that they're capable of doing things. So let's look at a couple of scenarios, right? For example, let's take a business user who has a big pain point. They know what the pain point is. They know AI can help. You go to Power App Studio and use natural language to describe your problem and build an app with AI. It works, right? It works like a charm, and you're excited. AI doesn't ask you these questions. It doesn't say, okay, I know you're building this app, but who owns the data? Is there any PHI? Do you know what happens when you leave? Do you have any architectural diagrams for this? Has this issue been addressed in your organization already? And are you working in silos? Did you check with the compliance team? These are some questions AI will not ask you. It helps you build that first app and you're happy, but a user does not know what they don't know. Right? That's the big problem. So even though AI is capable of answering questions from a user, AI, the user does not know what to ask AI. It can only, the user can only describe an app, it can describe a pain point, and then say, let's build it, right? Trainers are the human element in here. They teach you responsibly. Let's look at another scenario. So an organization has invested heavily in Power Platform. I've seen so many use cases and so many um, scenarios with organizations. Organizations are fully invested. The stakeholders are convinced that Power Platform will do the magic. 6 months later, adoption is 15%. We try to understand what went wrong. Why is there not enough adoption? Because there are scared learners. There's job security fears. When a business user is automating or building an app for their requirements, the first question that comes to their mind is, am I chopping my own stem? Am I sitting on the stem and chopping my own stem by automating my own processes? So building confidence is something only where a knowledgeable, empathy-driven human can provide, right? So, and an AI in this case, like I mentioned earlier, it cannot navigate organizational politics. When I say organizational politics, we're dealing with pro AI folks. There are folks who are looking out for themselves, looking out for the teams, looking out for from a big picture, from an organizational standpoint. What happens within an organization is very inherent to the team inside the organization that understands and can read the rooms. So let's now look at 5 pillars of human-centered training. Before I do that, I just wanted to know any questions, anything that you want to discuss. You can put it in the chat. I'll definitely address as we go. But Barry, anything, or should I continue?
No, no questions yet. No.
All right. So yeah, the goal here is human-centered training, because with the advent of AI, we have a lot of scared users and people with job security issues. Will AI replace us is a major question we are trying to handle. So when we say human-centered training, it should start with context understanding. So a good trainer or an adoption specialist will come with questions. So before you even start training people for adoption, you would sit with stakeholders, understand the context of the organization you're trying to help, the place where they're coming from, the dynamics inside an organization. Have they already tried something? Is it a vanilla implementation? These kind of questions. And so psychological safety. So when we go to train or help with adoption, no judgment whatsoever, and let people ask the most stupid questions, even if they think so. Enter with a governance first judgment. So when we are teaching them to build AI agents or how to use AI, the approach is when not to use AI or what not to build. And when we say what not to build, it's like, are we building for the right reasons? Is this issue already solved? Are you repeating what another department has already done? Can we reuse things? Is there a library of prompts we are using? This is governance first judgment. And the ability to translate strategy and technical capabilities to business outcomes. the ability to also translate business needs into technical capabilities. And I believe another major pillar will be community and connection. The goal is to identify champions in the organization who are driven, who are almost more convinced than others of the capabilities of AI, and identify these champions who will then provide ongoing support and create peer networks within the organization. So he will be repeating what we spoke earlier here, but let's see what trainers should keep in mind. You understand context and compliance. So, for example, you are helping with adoption in a healthcare industry. When we go in, the goal is to go with an understanding of what compliance means to them, what failures mean to them. And so the questions to ask is, first understand HIPAA, understand, for example, what PHI means, um, what failure means in their context, and how much it can cost. So that will ensure you're creating safety. You can, if we are coming with experience from other organizations, share your failures and, like I said, teach should I before how to. And after training, just don't disappear, right? Build communities, be available for the organization, help with ongoing support. So, to review once more, let's look at what AI brings in and what we bring in as humans, right? So, AI can give you practice exercises, code samples. It can generate as much code as you ask it to do, right? For example, you say, help me how to connect the React to Azure, and it'll do it for you. It'll teach you how to do it. But should you do it? Is that the best way to implement integration? Are we dealing with compliance? These are the questions that a human brings in. Scaled information and pattern matching is something AI does brilliantly. So, this trainer plus AI partnership in today's world, if you say, I'm a human and I need to lead with a human, human element and mindset and not use AI, you're making the biggest mistake, right? AI is a powerful tool that everybody should be using, whether you are training, whether you are building, whether you are leading an organization. You need to understand smartly where you need to use that weapon called AI for your benefit. The goal should be human centered and not AI centered. And so just use AI for our work. When you're doing that and trying to stay authentic, right? Technical content can be found anywhere, right? Like I said, um, we can gather any amount of information, give it any topic to create content on, but the goal is to be stay authentic, and humans are created for a reason. Humans are available to other humans for a reason, and we need to stick to what creates impact, right? So, and build genuine relationships. So when we do that, that's what creates transformation. That's what AI cannot replicate. AI can never replicate authenticity. When we come with, uh, when the trainer or the adoption specialist, especially this is needed because um, what I've seen is when a CEO or a senior director is approached by a vendor, They're only trying to sell AI features and the good that AI brings in for your organization. No, it's rare that somebody tells the C-level leaders what's at stake for them, right? For example, there was there are many examples, but one example that comes to mind is uh, this travel or company called Travago went through a major crisis when uh, there was a chatbot that was discussing with a user, somebody who wanted to travel, and the chatbot apparently gave wrong information, um, which you know, was the result was the business user or the actual customer paying a lot of money to Travago, and I think he sued the organization. When something like that happens, they don't reach out to that AI specialist, right? The CEO or the senior management is responsible for outcomes. So I think we need more people who understand the repercussions of what happens when the stakes are higher and then consequences are severe. So we need transformation facilitators. We need governance advocates who protect organizations. We need confidence builders and community creators. So that's what humans can do, bring in wisdom and compassion. So I have a challenge for everybody who's getting involved in the AI um, adoption, even for themselves, right? When you're learning AI, don't just start with embracing AI and learning how to build an agent, right? Learn how to partner with AI. Don't be scared that AI will take our jobs. Let's work with AI hand in hand and commit to being, uh, when I say commit to being expert and responsible, the goal is to learn more and more, learn from each other. We need to create our own communities who learn from each other's use cases, right? Share failures, generously create safety when you're helping with adoption, and be willing to be giving and handhold others. Um, because in this era, as much as we are scared about our own jobs, it is important to share what you know so you have others sharing what they know. I think that's the way to go. So thank you. Thank you for your time, and let's learn together.